I'm about to share with you one of the most inclusive Sephora recommendations videos you've ever seen. We're gonna go through the Sephora collection first. I'm gonna put some of that on my face because I just have foundation on right now. Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm 57 years old. I've been doing YouTube and tutorials, reviews for over 10 years, and I love bringing you this particular video because when the Sephora sales event goes on, we get a little bit of a break. And the other nice thing about it is there are some brands that only Sephora has. And so what I did today was I tried to keep my recommendations to those brands. There are a few in here that are other brands, but mostly Sephora brands. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna go pretty quickly because I don't want to waste a lot of your time. I want you to know what is good, what isn't. Let's put on a little bit of contour slash bronzer. Now, I did notice on the website that right now, the contour bronzer, the powder, that this is on sale. So I don't know if this will go the extra 30% off for the Sephora collection or not, but I do love the Fairlight color. It is the perfect contour, and it's because it's all muddy and just amazing on how it goes on. And if you're somebody that loves having a contour, you're gonna love having this contour. Look at that. Look at how muddy that is. That just will really help disguise any imperfections you need. That's what contour does. It makes places recede, not come forward. And when we're looking at contour, we want it to definitely hide the imperfections. It's going to do that right here under your chin. And I'm not going to do this everywhere because I also have another one. I do have the Sephora cream contour. I can't see it right now though, guys. I have no idea where the dang thing is. Here it is, found it. Okay, this is kind of the same color. It's got that more of a cool tone, very cool tone in it, muddy look to it than it would a bronzer. So that is the cream one on that. What I'm gonna do though is I'm going to go ahead and use Westman Atilier so that you see that one. This is one of their bronzers. I'm just gonna load up this brush. If you're wondering what this brush is, this is a Sephora brush. It is the Pro Powder 50. This is a big brush that I'm doing this contour and bronzer with. Don't normally do it with such a big brush, but I wanted to show you the brush in action. They are really nice brushes, and they're 30% off during this sale. And did I say that about all of the Sephora collection? I probably didn't. All of Sephora collections is about 30% off. So that is why I wanted to introduce it the very first, is because you're looking at such a better savings than any of the other products. Besides the fact that they already have great prices, then they get the 30% off. And by the way, if you don't know, the Sephora collection is made by Louis Vuitton. And I'm sure that they share some of their secrets, just like L'Oreal does with Estee Lauder. There you have the contour. Now I'm gonna show you the highlighters, the luminizers that they have. And they have such pretty colors. This is a lot like the Rare Beauty ones. So let's just go through the colors fairly quickly. That first color is Rose Quartz. This color is Iced Pearl right here. You're probably not going to be able to see these colors very well. Rose Quartz has a tiny bit of pink in it. The ice looks like a champagne. This one looks very much Pink Flash, very much pink. So what I'm going to do is I will use the Iced Pearl. Going to use a BK Beauty brush, and I'm going to just put this underneath my blush like I always do. Get some of that yummy look to the cheeks. Little bit of luminizer, gonna peek through that blush. Now I really don't have any blush from the Sephora collection that I wanted to show you, but I do have a lot of other blushes that I'd love to show you. I'm just wanting to do my face up so that I can move on to the other stuff that's in here, so you know. That's probably why I seem like I'm all over the place. Let's choose a liquid blush though, and a blush that you wouldn't normally think that would look very good. And it is the color Spirited by Rare Beauty. By the way, if you can find these in the minis, you do not need those big ones because this will last you forever and a year. And I swear, these are so pigmented. So put it on your hand, put it into something so that you can work it in before you put it on your face. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, whoa, that's too much. As I stipple this on, you're gonna see how beautiful the color is. What a beautiful color. Oh my goodness, so pretty. I love these blushes. I love this color. I just think that is just, I put a little bit more than I would normally put in real life because I wanted you to see how pretty it was, but they're just so gorgeous. So I'm going to now put on top of it the Saie Beauty powder blushes, and these are the suede blushes, I believe. Super Suede blush. And let's do the Super Suede in Mia. That's more of a neutral color. It's kind of just your average beautiful rose color. And I will show you, they're extremely buildable, but they're not like bam out of the closet so stark that you can't work with them. I just want to put this over top of here so you can see how pretty and how beautiful they are. They're just gorgeous. And you have to swatch it a couple of times because like I said, you can build them up, but they're not like in your face. And these are one of the longest lasting blushes that I own. I just think that they're so pretty. I love those blushes. So the Super Suede blush, I do like their liquid one, but I prefer the Rare Beauty liquid one a little bit better than that. And then the other blush has to be the Patrick Todd Duos. I think I have 4 of these. This one is She's That Girl. This one was the one that kind of launched everything. It's just so pretty. You get that just perfect, almost rosy. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just too pretty. I love these. If you find a color that you want in these, go for it because they are something else. This one is Oh She's Different. It's a little bit deeper. So you get the cream product and you get the powder product. You guys know the drill. You've probably seen them a million times. And then there's 2 that he came out with not very long ago that I feel like are some of the best that he came out with as far as colors. Just Enough is that pink that just about everybody can wear. It's just really light, not over the top with pink, but at the same time, you still got that pretty pink on. Just, I think that's so beautiful. And then the other one is Not Too Much. And they really are. That's exactly what they are. This one is more neutral and just gorgeous in those colors. So those are some of my favorite blushes. And then if you really want to go high end, there is the Haus Labs. This is kind of a suede blush as well. This is one of the most pigmented blushes I've ever seen. Just super pigmented. That one is in Hibiscus. And then this one is the YSL blush. And this one is in Lavalier. And this is a gorgeous blush. This is a satin blush. That one is so beautiful. I should have tried that one on for you today. I can't try them all on, but honestly, this one is just, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Let's take that brush I had before. We're gonna kind of, yeah, okay, that's better. All right, sorry about that. Okay, here is the brushes that I have. And like I said, if you find any brushes from them that you really like, go ahead and give them a try because I think they're just beautiful, fantastic brushes. And I have the Pro Highlight. This is the 90. And then I have, this is a powder one. This is the 80. It says bronzer. That's a huge bronzer one. I actually like this powder one, which is the Pro 50, a little bit better than this one. But any of these are really, really super good. And I think that you'll like them. I actually have a couple highlighters that I've completely fallen head over heels in love with. And this one from Haus Labs is more like a balm that you just put on top of everything. This is called Bio Radiant Glassy Highlighter Balm. And the color is in Glassy Opal. And it is so beautiful. Holy moly. It just has this balmy feel to it. Almost like a really light lip gloss type feel to it, but I love that color. I think that color is something very special. And then I got turned on to this one from Saie. This is the Glow Sculpt Pink Glow Blush. Pink Glow is the color. Oh my goodness, you guys, this one is just so pretty. Again, I am just like shine and beam in here, so I'm not gonna put more of this on, but this color is so pretty and I love the finish of this. After you get this on your cheeks, you're going to just feel like you just look like you're completely lit within. That candlelight glow is so pretty. Oh, I do want to show you one more cream blush that if you haven't checked out yet, you need to check them out. And it's from Lawless. And Lawless has their cream blushes and they're so pretty. And they really do have a good formula. And so let me just show you the colors that I have. The Gumdrop is the pink one, that pink that everybody was looking for such a long time, that bright pink. These will really sheer out on you if you need them to, or you can build them up. This is a really good blush for giving you a cream to powder feel. Just gorgeous. Angel is probably the one that is the most, I would say, the most universal for everybody. It's that pretty rose that has a little bit of coral in it, but not a lot. And then Rosebud is probably my favorite for me and my cool tone. And it's just this, really looks like you just kissed a boy. Just so pretty. I just think that's so pretty. Let's dive over into lips really quick so that I can get the lips on, and then I'll just go through everything else. So I know that you can get Fenty Beauty from other stores. Ulta, you can buy them off of their website. But I did want to put these in here because this really is the only one that I had that I am gaga for. And these are an absolutely wonderful budge-proof lip liner, and you can smudge them out at the beginning, and then you'd want to, you know, let them sit, and they will be so budge proof. This one is called Bordeaux. Really pretty dark purplish plumish color that you can sheer out, and it ends up being absolutely beautiful. And I know that some of you are going, that is way too much for me, but I'm going to put that one on for you so that you can see how pretty it is. This next one is Riri, and it's probably one of my favorites. I love the color. It's deep, it's rich, it's beautiful. And then the other one is Thugs Blush 2, which is a cute name. So these three are beautiful. You've got a mauve color here. You've got that really beautiful purple Bordeaux color right here. And then you have the everyday rose neutral color on Thugs Blush 2. So let's try this. When you have a super saturated color like this, what you want to do is you want to go back in and you want to smudge it. You really want to smudge it so that it ends up being really soft. And that just created a line on the top, but I'm going to crisp it up. Smudging it by doing that with my lips. If you want to go in and take a brush like this, or it's just what I have in front of me. This one is Makeup by Mario. This is his lipstick. I'll do a lipstick and a gloss. These days I'm really just doing Lucia. These days I'm really just doing a lot of gloss, not lipstick. This is a matte lipstick. This will be with you all day if you want it to be. And then the Lawless, forget the filler. And these were done with Love Fancy, Love Shack Fancy, their lip glosses. And I just love these. I love the texture of this gloss. I love the plumping effect of cooling effect of this gloss. And I absolutely love the wear time. And I love the color. That is a little bit crisp. So I'm gonna go across my lip line. So, so, so pretty on that lip color. And that was from the Bordeaux. And I know that it looks really bright and bold, but it is really pretty. Okay, so pretty much my face is done. Let me tell you the other things that I used on my face today. So I'll tell you what I have on my eyes so that you can see it. It's the Icy Nude from Huda Beauty. You guys have probably seen this all over the place. It's a beautiful palette to work with. You have a definite cool tone vibe in here along with a neutral, and you do get a couple of little warm, you know, the warm color. And I like that a lot about it. Great formula on all of these. It is completely what I have on my eye look. And then I would suggest to you, if you're wanting a Natasha Denona palette, this is a good time to do that too. This one is my I Need a Nude palette. This is one of my favorites. My Dream palette and then the Glam palette are the other two that I would suggest to you. These are just gorgeous and gorgeous formula. For brows, I don't have a lot of picks for brows because I am somebody that just, brows are not my jam and I just don't enjoy them. However, if you want the best brow glue on the planet, and you could buy this anywhere, so anytime there's a sale around, the Benefit, this one is called the 24-hour brow setter. This is like the best glue for your eyebrows ever. And then the pencil that I would recommend is from Rare Beauty. This is the Brow Harmony Precision Pencil, and this one is in cool brown. And what's neat about it is it's got this rectangular shape, but it's also got an angle. So you can get the little hairs on there if you want to, and you can also fill in. So this is just a really nice one. I've been using it quite a bit, and I like the color on it. The cool brown is like a neutral brown. It's not a really cool color like an ash brown or anything, but this is a good one, and it stays a good long time. I like that about it too. Let's backtrack because I know you're gonna wanna know this one thing. Foundation and concealer. Yes. What would I absolutely tell you? You have to look into these. Please do this. Ha! You guys, I just used a wet wipey to get some of these off. Okay, check it out. That's the Fenty lip liners. Can you believe that? That's amazing. This is like a Neutrogena. This isn't even the cheap brand. So you guys, yeah, those are amazing. Budge proof. They're so darn good on those lip liners. You're going to love those. Now, I'm a concealer nut. Not so much as far as foundation, because I can make a lot of foundations work, but there's just something different about concealers. And there's times when you can make them work, and there's times when you just can't make them work. Okay, I'm going to tell you that on this side right here, I have the Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer. I have it in 2 colors. So for the main, I will use the color 13P, and then the other color is 8P, 08P. Both of those denote pink, or, you know, pink undertone, cool undertone. And I have that on this eye right here. On this side, I have this one from Westman Atilier. All right, you want to talk expensive? Here we go. These are the most expensive things I probably own in my whole collection, is right here. Is these 3 concealers, because ounce for ounce, they're really expensive. But these 3 concealers, all 3 of them are fantastic. I have talked to you over and over again. You want one that's going to perform, and it's going to be, you know, this has been my ride or die. I've gone through tube and tube of Tower 28, and I wear K-Town. Also, that's 7.0. Also, the 6.0 is really good. So good for aging skin. And I have shown you in past videos the Kulfi, and I love the Kulfi. I love all 3 of those, okay? Those are some of my favorite. But if you want 3 more that I think are just so good for aging skin, this is all about somebody that has the mass dark circles. I'm talking about dark circles that you get from your grandma, and you think you get them from her grave, not from her living. It's that bad for me, okay? So Westman Atelier, and I have mine. Let's put the glasses on for this whole darn thing. I can't tell you what color that is, because good golly, Miss Molly. Wow, that's terrible. It's not on there. I'm telling you guys, it's just not on there. So this one is really good. Same thing. Then you're stepping up into the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Oh, guys, a 4.5. Beautiful, beautiful. I just did this one in a tutorial just a couple days ago. And then the Face Flex from Sarah Creel. I'm assuming that's how you say it. And my color is 3.0 on that one. Now I would say that this is almost a little, well, yeah, that one's a little dark. However, it's got a really nice peach undertone to it, because even though I wear cool, as you all know, if you put something cool underneath your eyes where you have those really dark purple circles, you're going to just look worse, because then it's going to give you a more of a gray cast. So I always look for a little bit of a peach undertone. This one's too dark, so that's 3.0. Go a little bit lighter if you're like, you know, got a lot of skin like me. And then the foundations, I have to tell you that the Natasha Denona High Glam right now is probably one of my favorites, but I don't have it on. This one is in 3RN, I think. Yes, RN3 backwards. So this is really good. I just did a video on this the other day. Go check it out if you want to see it in action. It's absolutely beautiful. Light, medium coverage, buildable, natural finish, a little bit dewy, a little bit glowy. So if you're somebody that's oily, you might want to skip this one. If you're somebody that is very oily, you can get away with this one. The Best Skin Ever 16-Hour Wear Natural Finish Foundation. 12P, great color for me. Wearing it on this side of my face for you. And this one says 1 minute medium to buildable coverage, 16-hour comfortable wear, 28 days for improved skin texture, 86% skincare base with hydrating hyaluronic acid. So it's got some really good ingredients in it as well. The Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I love this one. This is a small one. 5.25, tiny bit dark, little bit of white on my mix and mediums that I talk about, and it's the perfect color. So I've got that one on this side today, and then this one from Sephora on this side. Beautiful foundations. Now before foundation, you need a primer. And these are my 3 primer picks. And I'm gonna tell you right now that even though I absolutely love the YSL, this is their primer, and it has the little gold flecks, and it's so pretty. It's just beautiful. You need so very tiny bit amount of this, and it slides across your face because it is a very thin dimethicone formula, but it has that glow in it because it has those little flecks of gold in there. This is gorgeous. This would probably, well, you can tell it's barely gotten cracked on me, but it really does smooth your skin because it's just such a beautiful primer. Any makeup I put over top of it just looks like silk. So I do love that one very much. I also really like the One Size Secure the Blur. I think this is another really good one for mature skin because it has that little bit of hydration in it, but it also has, every time I sit down to film, I've got the handyman for our area going through on his little scooter thing or whatever, and he's doing the leaves or something, cleaning out the gutters every time. So pardon-moi if there is noise in the background. That's what it is. Secure the Blur is really good, but I would have to say that next to the YSL, I would pick up the Calorie one. This is called So Blown, and this is hydration and collagen peptides and just that blurring property. This is plumping. It's just, it's everything. It's all of the goodies in there. Now, if you're gonna go for a setting spray, I'm still gonna go back and I'm gonna tell you, look at the Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Flawless Filter. This has little polymers in it that make your skin, you know, if you have texture, large pores, anything like that, it's gonna make your skin look blurred and just absolutely gorgeous. I also would tell you that the Makeup by Mario one, this one does so many things. I mean, this one is good and it makes you look like you have professional makeup on, but this one by Makeup by Mario also does that. It's so pretty. It is a little bit squirty, and you know that that is one of my pet peeves, is when you get that little bit of squirt on there. So I'm not the greatest fan, but boy, I'm the greatest fan of what's in here. Longevity of your makeup, and your makeup looks brighter. And I don't know the technology that can actually make your makeup look brighter and more beautiful, but it sure does. And it doesn't dry me out during the day, which I think is just a fantastic thing as well. And then the Rare Beauty, this one that is her luminizer, I think this is gorgeous. And it's one of those that looks like luminosity, absolutely no glitter. But she also has her formula, the Rare Beauty liquid formula, which I think is just such a fantastic one. And it just really puts down the luminosity on your skin. Look at that. Holy moly, that was a tiny drop. And then the Makeup by Mario, I think this is just so good if you're wanting a really good bronzer on your face, and it's a cream. And when you see one of your influencers and she's hit pan and she's almost to the end of it, don't you feel like, okay, I know that that's a really good product? Well, there you go. This is the Soft Sculpt's Transforming Skin Enhancer. It's the light medium. It's the all over warming effect, and it is really, really beautiful. This is one of my faves, one of my all-time faves. And I actually like this one, and I'm going to show you the other one I like so much too. Yeah, we got a lot of makeup on. But that one's a beautiful one. And then the Charlotte Tilbury, and kind of the same thing. This is the cream bronzer. I believe this one is in the Fair Pale one. And there's your hit pan situation, and that pan's fairly big. So you know that I love that one too. Really beautiful on both of those. The One Size Sponge, I talk about this all the time. It has the most interesting shape. I have washed and used and washed and used this thing a million jillion times. I've had it for probably 18 months. There's not even one semblance of a crack in here. You can use this for so many different things, and it is just a great shape to get into just any area. I love this. I love how thin it is on that little corner right there on the corners. It's just one of my favorites, and one that I plan on buying over and over again. Speaking of what I plan on buying, I'm going to get the Hourglass palette that has the deer on the front of it. I'm also going to get, what I'm going to show you next is the Sol de Janeiro. They have a body oil. I'm going to get that too, because I feel like if you put a body oil on, this is the number 68 by the way. It is Brazilian jasmine and pink grapefruit. And I feel if you put that body oil on and then you put your fragrance on top of it, then you have one that's going to last forever. I love putting this in my hair. It just smells so good. Where am I at? Oh, I skipped over powder. You know what, guys? All of these people that are they bring you one of these and they do it exactly how it's supposed to be done. Your girl just isn't like that. I'm a little scatterbrained and I go a little bit all over the place. So forgive me. The powder that I wore today that I absolutely love is the Huda Beauty, and it's the Ube powder. I think it's the Ube. I think that's how you say it. If it's not, I know. I always get corrected. The birthday cake color. This is a beautiful color. It's kind of a lavender pink color. it looks gorgeous on just about anybody. And then if you're going to go and find another one, if you don't, I know some people, you know, Huda. Kosas has their pressed one. I got a big old divot going in this one. That's a beautiful pressed powder, one of my favorites. And that one is Candy Cloud Set. So beautiful. And then the original one size, this is the Ultra Pink. This is the original one size that kind of, you know, sent everybody into a tailspin about pink powders. Gorgeous pink powder that just went all over my pants. But those are my 3 powder picks. Just, I absolutely love those. Okay, I have to show you this because I'm getting the full size of this. This is so cool. Do you have blonde hair or gray hair or, you know, hair that's got completely lackluster? I found this Disco Clear Gloss Shine Spray from IGK. This is so cool, you guys. I love this stuff. And you probably won't be able to see it on camera, but I'm telling you, in real life, this makes my blonde hair, which I never, because I'm one that, because blonde isn't my real color, I never have a great gloss on my hair, but wow, that stuff is so good. I love this stuff. It's like spraying with, you know, like oil, but it's not oil. It's just so good. I love it. And then one of my favorites from Color Wow is Raise the Root. This is a great root booster. I was missing that in my hair. I needed that right at the root, concentrated, really lift your roots because I had no volume in my hair, and this did the trick. You have to use this in conjunction with your hair dryer, so you need a little bit of heat in your hair, but man, your hair is gonna look so lifted and so much volume. And then at the end of that, this is the BB Thickening Dry Texture Spray. Wow, I love this stuff. I'm gonna show you how it works. Big instant volume and lift texture that holds all day. Dry spun texture spray. Yeah, bumble and bumble. So good. So I just lift from the bottom, go up underneath there, let it set for a second, and then I'm gonna go up under and I'm gonna just scrunch, and you get some good volume on this. And it's going to last you through the day. You're going to have that in there. Now, if you're somebody that does not like product in your hair, you're not gonna like any of these recommendations from me, because I use a lot of product in my hair because I have fine limp hair that does not hold if it's just left to its own devices. So this is just a beautiful product. One of my very favorites. Mascara, if you're gonna splurge on a mascara, go for the Rare Beauty mascara. I love the wand on this. It is a kind of a natural bristle brush type situation. Gives me a ton of volume. And that is the same but curved on this one that is the Exaggerize from Charlotte Tilbury. So you have that little bit of curve right there. Really nice volume on that one as well. Both of them give great volume. I love how much volume they give. And actually I have Charlotte Tilbury on this side and the Rare Beauty on this side, if you're wondering what I have on for mascara. Love both of those. And let's just wrap this baby up. Fragrance, I'm gonna go into my lip glosses here in a second so that you can see a few lip glosses that are the great ones. But fragrance, Clean Reserve, and this is the Skin Scent. This is one of my favorites. This is very musky. If you are not somebody that doesn't like musk, don't get this one. But I love musk scent. I was an 80s girl, and you know, remember when we had the Jovan musk? Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is like elevated times like 50. So pretty. And then the Ellis Brooklyn. They did send me these. However, you guys, these are the yummiest fragrances. This just reminds me of fall. I smell it. Okay, Queen's Caramel or Caramel, whichever we want to say. I'm gonna have so much on here, but I love this fragrance. If you don't like sweet fragrances, you won't like this. However, I do. I love a good vanilla, warm, yummy fragrance. I just love that. And then the hair mist that Ellis Brooklyn has for your hair and your body. And this one is the Marshmallow. So good. I love the marshmallow fragrance. The two that I want to tell you, and I don't have the colors in here that I want to actually show you. They're in my purse, of course, but I'll show you them up on screen. The Sephora Outrageous Volume Lip Gloss. You have to try this. I'm not kidding. You have to try both of these. So these are both Sephora collection, and they're so pretty. They're just a beautiful gloss. The Sephora collection one of the Outrageous. It's a plumping one. It's beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. And then the other one is their glossed glosses. This one is in Wild, but the one in Money is probably my favorite because it has this reflect between gold and pink. It's beautiful. But the one in Money has a reflect between light purple and pink. I don't know if you're going to be able to see either of those very well. But those are my two favorite glosses from the Sephora collection, and they are so good. And I do love, like I have out in front of me all of the Fenty Beauty ones, and I do love these. However, you can get those at Ulta, you know, on a sale as well. And I'm still trying to stick with what we can get just at Sephora for the sale. So if you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section. All of this will be listed and linked for you down there in the description box, along with what I have on for jewelry as well. We covered it super fast, but you got to hear all of it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tell me what your plan is for the Sephora sale. Are you shopping? Are you not shopping? Are you planning on getting any of these goodies that I just showed you? Or are you planning on getting something new? I'm really nosy and I love to hear all that stuff. So take care of yourselves. Come and see me again really soon in my next video. I love you very much. Bye, friends.